Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm sorry if there's a little noise. It's like 90 some degrees out, and I just came to pick up my son from school, and I just got done working out, and my car is like 180 degrees, or my truck is, so that's why there's a little background noise. Anyway, I just wanted to hit you with this quick video. It's actually my third take of the video because, well, I don't know, they just weren't good. So I want to talk to you about lessons learned when I was in the military and about leadership. For my 12 years in the military, I had some really amazing leaders, and I had some really horrible ones as well. And I myself have been a completely horrible leader, and I've been an okay leader. If you find anybody that tells you that they've never been a bad leader, well, they're just full of shit. Because everybody has made mistakes and everybody's been a bad leader. But on to the lessons here. So, number one, first and foremost, your rank, whatever that may be, whatever, you know, if you're in the military, if you're a police officer, if you're in the corporate world, your rank or your job title does not make you a leader, no matter what. I have seen dudes that hold rank that are the complete opposite of a leader, and I've seen dudes that hold no rank that could lead, you know, anybody to do anything. And I've seen everywhere in between. So your rank does not make you a leader, not even a little bit. Secondly, you got to lead from the front. If you are not willing to get your hands dirty as a leader, then you are not a good leader. If you're not willing to mop the floors or sweep the floors or do anything like that just because you think you're in charge, you are not a good leader. And everybody knows that you're not a good leader, and nobody respects you. Number three, you have to be willing to take criticism. You cannot wear your heart on your sleeve. Whether that criticism comes from your superiors, your peers, or your subordinates, anybody, if you mess up, you got to be able to take criticism, which leads me right into, if you mess up, you got to own it. If you own it, there ain't much they can do to you, right? You know you screw up, you own it, and you fix it. The next one is, you have to be able to take all the bad and dish out all the good. That means if your guys or your men or whoever, your team, if they fuck up, it's on you. It's not on them, it's on you. You're their leader, it is on you. And you have to be able to take that. You have to be able to tell your boss, nope, it's my team, I fucked up, I'll take responsibility. In turn, if your team's doing awesome or they do great work, you do not take credit for that. You give that credit out. You dish it out amongst everybody else, or dish it out to the guy he pointed out, or, you know, whatever. Because that's how leadership works. You know, every leadership school I've been to, and I've been to plenty, they all say you take a little bit of the good, a little bit of the bad from all the leaders that you've ever had, and you mesh them all together, and that's the leader you want to be, right? The problem is, there's a lot of people in this world that do not know what good leadership is. They do not know how to stick your neck out for your guys. They do not know that you can take an ass chewing and it'll be okay. Like, you'll live if you get your ass chewed. I've had my ass chewed plenty of times, and here I am. And in the civilian world, my God, like, if you just say, hey dude, I'm like, I don't know, why'd you fuck this up? That's considered an ass chewing, and people have no idea what a real ass chewing is. You join the military and you get your, like, a good ass chewing, like the very first time you get a really good ass chewing, where the guy's like knife hand in your face and he's spitting on you and shit. That's when you know you fucked up. In the civilian world, man, you just tell somebody they did something wrong and they start crying. pretty sad, pathetic. You have to know your job. You have to know your job inside and out, because everybody's going to be coming to you for the answers. But if you don't know it, it is completely okay to say, I don't know. It is completely okay to say, you know what, dude, I don't know. I'm going to call someone, I'm going to find out, I'm going to call you right back. It's okay. I respect a man who says, I don't know, and I'm going to call you back, more than a man who just makes up some bullshit and feeds me bullshit. That everybody knows it's bullshit, and they're going to call you out on it. The next thing, you have to give a fuck. And I mean that in every sense of the word. You have to give a fuck about your guys. And I say guys, and I don't mean just men. When I say guys, I mean like your group. Okay, just putting that out there. You have to give a fuck about your guys. You have to give a fuck about their well-being. You have to give a fuck about their mental health. You have to give a fuck about their physical health. You have to give a fuck about what's going on in their life. Because everybody's different. Everybody is completely different. Everybody handles situations and stress differently. There's some guys that crack under pressure immediately, and some dudes will ball that shit up and put it deep inside of them, and then like a fucking volcano, they will blow up. So you have to be conscious enough to see of that. You have to know when to pull that dude out of the fray. Be like, you know what? That guy's seeing a little too much. That guy's getting a little bit more pissed off. I'm gonna pull him back, right? As cops do that. Well, they should. I know when my partner would see me getting very angry, he would pull me back, and I would do the same. And it happened all the time. If I was, if somebody was getting a little too antsy with me, and my partner saw my face getting red and started seeing me getting pissed off, he'd just step right between us and be like, I got this, bro. And you know what? That gives me a chance to go and kind of decompress, take a deep breath, and come back at it a different way. But as a leader, you should be able to look for that. You should be able to see it. And that's part of leading from the front. You should know what those signs are. You should know your job inside and out, and that's part of your job. And you know what you don't do is you don't purposely fuck up your job. Because I know people who are in leadership positions, they fuck up, they know they fuck up, and they don't care. They just simply don't care that they fuck up. That's not a leader. It's not a leader at all. Your men and women will see that. They will see that, they will notice it, and they will not respect you. Because you don't even respect yourself. I mean, for Christ's sakes. Another thing about being a good leader is, whatever your job capacity is, let's just say all my jobs have been involved, like, shooting guns and being physically able to do things. So, as a leader, if you're not able to do your very basic functions of your job, your guys are going to see that too. If you're a fat, out of shape piece of shit, then they're going to notice that. And they're going to hopefully call you out on it. If your job is to shoot guns, like if you're a cop and you can't fucking shoot guns, they're going to call you out on that shit too. So, when you have a lead, and everybody has leaders they look up to, right? And leaders that they look down at. When you have one of those leaders, don't be afraid to point out their shortcomings. And if they're a good leader, don't do it like an asshole, but, be able to point that stuff out. And if they're a good leader, they're going to take that little bit of criticism, and they are going to use it to make themselves better. And also, don't be afraid to point out when they do good shit too. Don't be afraid to be like, hey man, good fucking job, good call on that one. Because that means something too. It's a two-way street. So if you are a leader out there and you are listening to this, just think about things. Think about your life. Look in the mirror and think, are you really a good leader? Or do you just have the position and you're just kind of going through the motions? Because there's a lot of people out there that are. And it's sad because that means there's some young kid that's not getting taught the right way. So think about it. At the end of the day, ask yourself, are you an asset or are you a liability?